Well, hey there. I'm back. Well, I was kind of back yesterday, but sort of not really. I wasn't on camera, but I thought I'd come on camera today and say hi. I hope everybody's doing well. Um, I know I haven't been posting quite as much lately, but I've been so consumed with my whole new skating thing that I've started that uh, I just haven't gotten to making videos as much. But I'm going to try to get better at getting back into it, just like with my cat page on Facebook. This year will mark my 10-year anniversary of having a cat page on Facebook, but I almost never post on there anymore because I've been so wrapped up in my YouTube stuff that it's like I just have neglected it. Um, but I haven't really had much to really post about either. It's like, even though I have my cats and stuff, I don't get as many pictures of them anymore like I used to because it seems like every time I see them do something cute, it's the same things all the time. And so, and then by the time I'm able to actually get a picture, they've moved. If it's something that I'm like, oh, that's really cute, I'd like to get a picture of that. As soon as I get my tablet and get ready to take the picture, then they see me and they're like, meow, and they start coming towards me or whatever, and I don't capture it. So I don't get as much for that either. But anyway, I have just been consumed with the skating thing lately. I cannot help it. When I first mentioned on here that I was thinking about trying to skate again after decades of not doing it, I literally was saying, I think I'm crazy. I'm like, I've lost my mind, because this is so insane. Till I started looking into it and I started seeing that there were tons and tons of people over 50 that were doing it and loving it. And the more I looked into it and the more I saw, that there's a lot of good health benefits to it and all of this, I thought, well, I'm not so crazy after all. And originally I was thinking, okay, I'm probably just going to skate around here in my house, and that's probably all I'll do. Pardon me. Which at this point, that is all I've done. And it's really hard to even say that I've actually skated yet because the space in here is so small that I no more get going until I'm at the end of the room, and then I have to turn around, and then it's just this little tiny back and forth bit. But I'm progressing at what I am able to do, which is barely anything, but I've gotten better as far as, day one, when it took me nearly an hour just to stand up with the skates on because I was so terrified out of my mind that I put the skates on and I was sitting on the bed just going, I don't know if I can do this. I really don't know if I can do this. And then once I finally got the courage to stand holding on to a table that was next to me, and I was standing on these little throw rugs so that my feet wouldn't just like roll out from under me, I must have stood there for a good half an hour, or, stood there, sat down, stood up, sat down for like a good half hour before I actually put my foot down onto the floor. And I was absolutely terrified. But I've been practicing every day. First, it was in the crappy skates, the first pair of skates that I ordered that were garbage, that I was very thankful to have. I mean, even though they were crap skates, and I'm sorry that my lighting keeps changing. It's the sun's going down over there, and it's just changing up the lighting like constantly, which is really annoying. I don't know if it annoys you as much as it does me, but it's really on my nerves. But even though those skates were total garbage, I was so happy to have them to at least get comfortable with wearing a pair of skates and trying to practice a little bit while I waited for the better pair to come, which yesterday when they showed up, I was beyond excited. Still nervous though, because I thought, what if they're not the right size? What if there's something wrong with them? You know, all this stuff was going through my mind, and just thinking, I've waited all this time for it, because it took forever. It just seemed like it took forever for it to get here, because I was, I had to order it from America and wait and all this. But once they came and I got them out and I looked them over and I saw that everything was okay and I put them on and they fit perfectly, I was just like, oh, I'm so thrilled. So, and yesterday, I was also waiting for a delivery for some shoelaces, because I wanted to order some different laces for my skates. So I didn't just have just the plain white ones, because, me being as colorful as I am, always wanting to wear lots of color. I wanted some colorful shoelaces. And I ordered 2 different pairs that were some multicolored laces. And when they came, they were definitely too short. They were way too short for skates, because skates require long laces. So what I ended up doing was like what Katie on Skatey's channel, that's her channel, which I watch tons of her videos to learn by. She said she buys a bunch of different laces and then ties 2 laces together, and then you put that, like, you tuck it up under the toe part and you don't see it, and you don't even know it's there, and then laces them up that way, because then it's like really long. So that's what I ended up doing. Last night I was like looking at it and I was like, okay, let me see what it would look like if I took the 2 different colored laces, tie those together, and then lace that up. I love it. I absolutely love it. Check it out. Isn't that cool? I think that is so pretty, because we've got, this is one of the colors that I ordered, and this is the other one. But they look really awesome laced together. It's totally me. And I added my little pom-poms on them. So now I've got these really cute, colorful skates, and I am loving these so much. And somebody had asked me in a comment of my video yesterday about what brand it is, and I left all that information in there. But I'm going to tell you, these are actually Chicago brand skates. They've been around since 1905. They're not top of the line skates or anything like that, because, I mean, if I wanted to get some really, really good skates, I mean, I'm looking at spending hundreds of dollars on skates. These were $60, okay? Which cost me a lot more than that, because since I had to order it from America and have it shipped and everything, it was way more than $60. But I needed a good pair of skates, because, trying this out for the first time after decades of not skating, I'm like a beginner. I am literally starting from beginner level here. Practicing what they call bubbles, which is, basically, this. You're not even taking your foot off the floor, you're just kind of doing like this. I have learned to progress a little bit more to where I can take my feet off the floor and actually kind of skate a little bit. But like I said, with the space in here, I don't get far. So I'm still doing more bubbles than anything else, but that's okay. I'm going to take it as slow as I need to, and I'm not going to rush it or anything. But anyway, these skates are really good for beginners, starter skates. They are not designed for jumps and, stuff like that. And it even says so. There's like a little thing that came with the skates that said, these are not designed for that. These are mainly designed for gliding, just basic skating, nothing intense, which I don't have any intention of doing anything intense anytime soon, if ever. So For me, this is perfect. What's really great about these is after, watching Katie's videos and learning about, learning more about like what's a good skate and what's not and what you should avoid, like the first ones I ordered, that she was literally had a warning sign flashing at those skates that I got saying, do not go anywhere near these. She listed the things that you should look for. Now, I did not get a leather or a suede boot, which is what she recommends, because this is vinyl. She said vinyl's not that great. I personally don't mind the vinyl, and it is leather lined, so the lining in here is leather, but the boot itself is vinyl. But she said you need to get an adjustable toe stop, because if you get one that's just bolted on, you're stuck with it right where it is. You can't do anything about it. But if you have an adjustable one, should you need to lower it or raise it up higher or something, you can do that. So this has adjustable toe stop. She also said to make sure that the plate is a metal pot, or you could get what is it? I can't think of it offhand. I want to say vinyl, but that doesn't sound right. Anyway, basically metal is better. If you get a metal, this is an aluminum plate. It has aluminum trucks. These are the trucks here. These are the things that are really important to get so that you've got a better quality skate. So even though these are just starter, low-end skates, they're better quality, and I absolutely love them so far. I've not taken them outside yet, which I am going to do. Hopefully in a couple of days I'm going to do that. Still practicing in here, because when I bought these, all of the reviews said these wheels are fine for indoors, but they're terrible outdoors, even though it says that this is an indoor-outdoor skate or whatever. These wheels apparently are terrible outdoors, because it really does depend on what wheel you use for what surface you're skating on. So I did order, and I've got them. I showed all this yesterday. I'm kind of repeating some of what I talked about yesterday, but I wasn't on camera talking, and I was just so anxious to get skating, or put these on and all that I just kind of rushed through stuff. But I figured I would talk about this because I never know if somebody watching this might be interested in, taking up skating, and these might be helpful tips or something. But anyway, so I ordered, and I have them, the wheels that are specifically for outdoors. They're 78A, which is a softer wheel, because apparently the softer it is, the better it is for things like concrete and asphalt and stuff like that. The harder the wheel, the better it is for smooth surfaces like skating rinks or, tile floors like what I've got, that type of thing. So anyway, I've got those wheels, but they don't have bearings in them. But I did order bearings, because bearings are not that expensive. So I did order bearings. They just shipped them today. So I'm hoping in a couple of days, because it's coming through Flash. So I know it's going to take a couple of days to get here. Once I get those bearings, assuming that they fit the wheels that I bought, which they should, according to the measurements, they should fit, then I can put those bearings in those outdoor wheels, change the wheels out on these, and then go try this outside, because I really, really want to get outside and try it so that I have more room to try and skate, because trying to do it in here is just so hard. But today I was really proud of myself, because I was in here and I'm like, okay, I can only get to, this little distance, but let me practice trying to turn. And so I'm working on, and I'm not great at it yet, but I'm working on trying to, once I get to one side, turning and then continuing on, and then trying to learn to just kind of go in a circle, even though it's going to be very tight and small. But I'm trying to practice on that now. So that's what I'm working on. And I'm hoping that I get it so that I can at least, feel like I'm skating a little bit. But y'all, I'm enjoying this so much. I love these. I love these. They're so me. This, now that I've put these colorful laces and my little pom-poms on. And it's funny because I had also ordered some sparkly laces, which came today. And I am excited about putting these in, but they're very rough. It's like I was not expecting them to be so like rough. They're really pretty, and I do like them, and I have not tried them in the skate yet, and I'm sure I'm going to love them. But I'm loving these so much right now that I'm just going to leave these in here for a bit because I just think that is just so pretty. And I think it goes really well with my pads and everything. I don't know. I think that looks really nice. And I'm loving these too. These and my helmet. I'm loving all of this. This is such a me thing. I'm telling you. All these colors and everything. So me. So yeah, I'm loving this. I'm enjoying it, even though I've not really done much of anything at all. But every day that I put them on and every day that I spend a little time in here trying, to practice what I can practice, I'm getting more and more comfortable in them. Sometimes I'll have them on and I'll sit down and take a break. I'll take off my gear, the helmet and the pads and stuff, but just sit there with the skates on, just leaving them on my feet, just so that I'm, getting more and more comfortable having wheels on my feet. And they're heavy because these skates weigh 7 pounds. So I'm carrying around a lot of weight with these skates, but I'm getting used to it, and it's hopefully going to build up strength in my legs and everything. So I'm just really happy, y'all. So anyway, I'm going to quit rambling because I've gone on for quite a while, and I know that probably not everybody's interested in hearing about skating and stuff. But be prepared because, just like when I was doing my garden stuff out there, when I was getting my plants and doing all that out in the yard, pardon me, and that's all I talked about for a while. Yeah, well, now it's the skating, because now that I've already gotten my garden stuff all, pretty much where I want it at this point, all I'm going to do, and thankfully got my shade structure put back up yesterday, and I reinforced it some today too, to try to hopefully cinch it down a little bit better than it was before, so if we get some more high winds, maybe it'll stay in place. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. But anyway, now that I've gotten that kind of where I want it, my focus now is on the skating, and I'm just really excited about it. And hopefully one of these days, once I've gone out and I've tried skating outdoors and I get a little more comfortable and I'm actually able to do a little skating, I'll see if I can get some video and post that so you can actually see me skating. And you'll see that I'm actually really doing it, not just, blowing a lot of hot air or anything, because, like I said before, I'm going to be 56 this year, and it was scary at the thought of trying something like this because, falls can be bad and things like that, but I'm just compelled to do it. I just feel a drive to do it, and I'm excited about it, and I'm loving it so far. So anyway, we'll see what happens, but, anyway, thank you all so much for being here and for watching. I appreciate it so much, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. I want to say tomorrow, but I never know. These days, I just never know from day to day if I'm actually going to get a video the next day. So I hope to see you really soon, possibly tomorrow. So have a good one, everybody, and I will see you later.